Alright folks, so I confessed that I had a bit of a problem. Turns out that those orderly lamps, don't use them. I'm gonna leave it in because, you know, it's fine and it's good to show. But yeah, we're cooking up a little bit more spiritus right now. I've added a ton more candles, so I just sat around cooking up zombie meats and pork and stuff. But yeah, so I think I've managed to, by putting a bunch of candles underneath and around the outer edge here, including some tasteful red accent candles, I think I've managed to set it up so that it'll be fine. And we're barely gonna have enough. But I think that it's stable now. I haven't had a single taint effect. And the orderly lamps, I actually had to restart the server and delete the lamps. I couldn't even log in. Still, so long as we get the stable thing, I wanted to use the other lamps because what they would do is give us liquid taint, which I could use to mess with Bebop Vox. But I guess I'm just going to have to deal with just traditional methods, which just involve tons of candles and heads, and just a complete mess. It's a little disappointing, but we have 40 Ichor now. 40 Ichor. So let's go ahead and pull out our book and let's see what we can do with it. Now, as promised, I think the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and make some of these fancy clothes, specifically at least the robes and the pants, because you know, we have better options, I think, for the hat and other stuff. You know, we got our cool witch's hat, we got all our other cool stuff, but this is not bad. So let's go ahead and put on our Frugal 3 focus so that we can get a cheaper cast. And let me make sure I know how much I need here. So to make Ichorium cloth, Ichor cloth, I guess it's called, we need to use for 3 pieces of it. We need 1, 2, 3 enchanted fabric, and oh boy, it's going to be expensive. And let's see, how much do we need to make one of these? 1, 2, 3. So two for that. 2 for 2, 3 for this. So let's go ahead and make 3 to start. So for that we're going to need 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we're going to have to be a little bit careful to marshal our power here because I don't think we're going to have quite enough. Let's go ahead and put the 3 Ichor here. Well, no, I guess it goes here. And there we are. So let's see, can we afford this? Yes, we can if we're careful. However, it is going to take a little while. Because this wand has to recharge and it takes the better part of 1 cast. So now I can't do it again. We'll of course stretch these out there, but we're going to have to kind of wait a little bit. So let me just go ahead and finish this up and make enough Ichor cloth for what we need here. Give me a minute because it's obviously going to take a little while. And there we are. I just started pulling out all my wands and I just happen to have enough. Okay, so here's the trick. We want to make some robes. Like so, and we're going to need 75 air, which it looks like we're a little bit, let me see, maybe if I get the discount, the full discount, we can get it. There we go, 47. So, of course, this is really stressing our wands, but our wands at least automatically recharge. It's not like we have to wait on written nodes. So, yeah. It's orange. I don't know if orange is my color, but you know, it does kind of set off with the blue rather nice, so I guess it's not bad. It seems to me then that what I need to do is go ahead and build the other pieces. And you know, I was sort of thinking about it as I was sitting there waiting for the wands to charge, not thinking about the fact that I actually had other wands. You know, and I guess the thing we're wearing right now, this thing has a high discount, but other than that, really doesn't do anything for us. We could easily get almost everything here. The only thing that's tedious is baking the cake, to be honest, and this Talisman of Remedium. This is actually sort of an expensive thing, mostly because the Sano is a pain. But I could go ahead and make another one of these. So I think that I'm actually going to go ahead and make these. So now, as you can see, most of this stuff is really easy. Making this is easy. Basically, making everything here is easy for this one. So we're definitely going to go ahead and do this. So what I'm going to do is just patiently wait for my wands to recharge. As you can see, we're getting close to where we can do the next thing. We need 75, so we're close except for the air on that one. We're going to go ahead and make the hat and the leggings of the base type. And in the meantime, of course, I'm going to go sit in my XP fountain and start charging this armor up, because we do, of course, want to infuse this. But I'm sort of worried that if I infuse it, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't, because if I infuse it now, well, what good is it? Also, the other thing worth noting is that if I go like this and remove that, note that I have 4 armor. Now, I put that on, I have 4, 5.5 armor. So actually, these robes are better. They're like leather, but they can never ever break. So hopefully, we can get a pretty good situation with our armor here, and then we'll have the ender boots as the bottom component of it. Hee hee hee! It's so much fun. Yeah, so give me a moment. It's mostly just a matter, I have all the icorium I need. It's just a matter of making lots of enchanted cloth and waiting for these wands to recharge. So 1 moment and I'll be done. All right, folks, so we're just getting the last little bit of Tudeman we need. I'm not going to do all of these infusions on camera because they are slow and they're tricky, but here, let me at least show you this. Check it out. This is how we look with the final armor set on. Now, without the glows or anything like that. And this is just the ichor cloth. But we're going to awaken all 3 of these pieces, which is a very involved process. To do this, I'm actually just pulling, like, this requires wand focuses. I'm just going to pull them out. I hope that it will work just fine. I'm just using my own. I never use the uprising focus anymore anyways. If I want to fly, I use the flight spell. I built a thermostatic harness, which you haven't seen me use because I have flight spells. I'm only doing it for this. Fireworks. More ichor, more focuses. Hopefully this will just work. I hope that my altar is strong enough. I really don't know. So we're going to put the first one on camera just because it's going to be humorous. Now, if it blows up, I know that you all love watching my infusions fail. From the comments, everybody thinks it's very funny. I know I have that Ordo. I know I have that Census. I know I have that Volatus. Tudeman I just made. The Alienist is no problem. Air I just made. Lux. Yeah, we definitely have what we need here to proceed. Let me go ahead and toss these back on. Let me just, yeah, we've got no problems here. So let's make sure we have all the ingredients that we could possibly want to sub out in our inventory. I think that's everything that I would expect to be able to sub out. Oh boy, wish me luck, everybody. Because this could be really grim. Oh, I have more air over there. I didn't even need to cook any shards. Ow, 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 ow. That's not great. So I do get some flux effects with this. Maybe I need to stop and add more things downstairs. It's going to be tricky, but I think I can do it. We're close, though. This is a dangerous recipe, and so far I've only had 2 flux effects. So, and I know that you really will almost always get at least 1 per recipe, especially with these long ones, because the odds that you're going to get a flux infusion effect are proportional to the, the ranking of the spell, but also the duration, the amount of things it has to draw. Since it draws at a fixed speed, you're much more likely to get something over a very long infusion as opposed to a very short one. That's one of the reasons these combi infusions are so incredibly difficult, and also so time-consuming. Now, I mean, I've sort of enjoyed getting things ready because this is very, very nerve-wracking for me. I'm sitting here talking to you just because I'm so afraid. I'm really afraid that one of these is going to disappear in a puff, and I'm going to have to spend a bunch more time because this has been one of those episodes where you don't see. It may seem like a normal length one, or maybe even a short one, but it's really bad. And I did it. I didn't show you because at the same time a bunch of Skype notifications came up. Sorry, that's me being super pro at YouTube. But there we go! We've done it. We have done it. Check it out. Check it out. Here, let's just step outside really quick and enjoy it. So I am going to need to add some more candles, but I can fly at will now without a spell. I have exceptional damage resistance, even without that, so let's go ahead and put on this one. And now, as you can see, we're getting really close to max out. And look, I have little wings! I have little wings! I have horns, and I have wings, and I have 3 eyes, and and boots that make me flip. Magic is wonderful. So what I'm going to do is go downstairs, finish putting more candles underneath the altar, and I will go ahead and awaken the other 2 pieces of armor just to show you what's involved with that. I'm not looking forward to finishing this, but yeah, we're gonna get it done. And then we should have enough to do the next part of things. But because I definitely, actually, there's a bunch of stuff I want to make. I really want this bottomless pouch, which should be a super cool thing, but it actually involves this panis is sort of annoying, but the vacuous is sort of annoying. They're glass bottles and wool, but I just don't keep any on hand. And there's a bunch of stuff I don't have, and I would have to go make, right? But I do have 2 ichor cloth left over. Icorium is what we're going to make next after this, and this stuff is fairly expensive, but I think we're going to have just enough icorium to make this icorium pickaxe, and I think if we're lucky, we'll be able to awaken it. Now you see, maybe not. I'll have to make some more icorium. But first, let me go back to awakening these. Now, to awaken the leggings, which we'll do next, I need to make a hyper-energetic Nitor. That's not too bad. I need to make, where is it? Everything else is pretty straightforward except for, you know, the Ifrit's flame. So I need to go and make these things. And then I need to go and do this. Now, this one's a pain because of the Talisman of Remedium, which is another thing. I'm going to have to go milk some cows for that. There's a ton of stuff, obviously, I have to do, so I'm not going to sit around crying about it anymore. I have enough icorium to finish all of these recipes, so I am going to go do that right now. Folks, it's done. It's done. Oh my... So, you know, we talk about shooting ratios sometimes, which is the amount of time you spend off camera versus on per episode. Usually, I'm almost 2 to 1, which puts me up kind of high, so I spend a lot of time on my episodes. This one is probably 5 to 1. This has actually been the course of about 3 days of work. So those of you may have noticed in the last one that I had some vials of Census. I was not going to talk about, but I had forgotten that I had put in those in a Technomancy quantum jar. And that quantum jar had been deleted when I had to fix the world to fix things back. So I had to quickly spawn them in to stop the thing from totally ruining, and in fact it did almost break. I wasted an extra icorium. I also lost some more icorium. What the heck is that over there? Why do I have a mysterious black rendering glitch? I don't know. Anyways, I managed to do it. I managed to awaken all of these. I lost an extra icorium in the process. I only have 12 left now from my initial batch. I did it. It's all legit, except for I had to spawn in something that I should have had, but due to fixing a bug, I lost, so very sorry about that. But, you know, we're in a good spot now. We have really, really good armor that does all sorts of neat things. Like, for example, this armor turns fire damage into healing. This armor totally negates fall damage. So even if we were to pull these off and fall from a great height, let's just go way up here, it won't matter because we'll be fine. Let's just fall. And in fact, we can even turn back on our boots and engage our world dropping protocol. Goodbye, world. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. Oh, wait, maybe I do. Let's go back down very quickly. We're fine. So now we have permanent fall reduction. I've managed to infuse them. That was another source of about 3 hours of just sitting there waiting under my XP shower. So we now have pretty much the most interesting rare armor in the game. But that's not all. I am going to cut this episode here. Next episode, in between episodes, I am going to go through what it takes to make the Awakened Icorium pickaxe. It's actually pretty straightforward. You need 3 Icorium per bar, and we're going to need 1 extra bar. So I'm going to have to use a little bit more stuff, but I have nether stars for days. Don't even worry about it. I mean, like you saw, I got 8 in one go, and we haven't even used all those. I've still got 8 left, so I have tons and tons of those from being able to easily farm withers. And we'll get that done for the next episode, and we'll experiment with what we can do with it, because it opens up a bunch of building possibilities. Next, we're also going to work on making black hole talismans. These are a little bit annoying because they require tainted goo, but everything else is straightforward to get. The reason that we want black hole, and by the way, these one focus portable holes, pretty easy to get if you can farm ender pearls, and they're not hard to infuse. So I highly recommend getting one if you don't use it already. It's become one of my go-to items. What we can do is make a black hole talisman. This talisman condenses any block, and basically store 2 billion of it. So basically it's an item sink. You make a few of those, and you put one of them in to make this World Shaper's lens, or Looking Glass, and we actually get something that I've really missed from, was it Equivalent Exchange 2? Oh, it's so cool. Equivalent Exchange 2 had this thing that lets you, the Mercurial Eye, that lets you build all sorts of cool stuff. That's something that we can bring back in this, and then we'll use that to build some cool stuff. But I also need to expand my expand my world down here. Oh, by the way, one really interesting thing about the Cowl of the Abyssal Depths is it gives you night vision underwater, which helps with clarity issues, helps you see quite a bit, although it's really not the best. It sort of depends on your texture pack, what you see, right? So, but still better than before. We can see a lot further, and it's not quite so dark, although it can be a little tricky to see through the ice. So folks, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. Sorry this episode's a little bit weird format. I just can't even tell you. This has been so many hours of shooting. So many hours. Wait, I forgot I even set these up. Holy smokes. Look at that. We got bows, and we got people honking outside. We got storms. Come to me, storm. We'll have to see exactly what happens next, but I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you are too. Thanks for watching.